Today we're looking at a bedrock add-on that totally upgrades the Nether. It adds a new boss, new weapons, ores, and huge changes to all the Nether biomes to make exploring the Nether a lot more fun, but still as tough as we're all used to. Let's take a look together. First off, we have the Crimson Forest. It has a lot of new plants and buildings like the Crimson Sprouts. It looks really well designed. We've got new mobs like butterflies and special cows, which when you milk them, it gives us buckets of lava instead of milk. But it's also got some less friendly mobs, like the new magma golem, which is a lot less friendly than the overworld version, and the netherrack creeper, which explodes with a toxic cloud you really don't want to walk into. Each new structure that it has as well has its own unique loot and challenges. A big part of Minecraft is exploring, so I really love that this add-on adds to that quite a lot. You really want to travel to every biome to get the most unique loot. Next, we've got the Warped Forest biome, where we've got tons of new plants, vines and trees, which make it stand out even more than it already does in vanilla. We've got some new mobs like the baby ghast, which hits just as hard as the normal ghasts in vanilla, but they're even harder to hit, so fighting them can be a massive pain. There's a unique Warped Forest cows as well. They'll also spawn here, and they'll also give us lava instead of milk. Although, these mobs don't always get on with each other. Poor cow. Vanilla ores can also show up now in the Nether, so if you're brave enough to hang out here, it can be really worth it for getting all the ores you need, instead of strip mining all day. There's some really tough new structures here as well, with new Nether silverfish to watch out for. It's tough, but the loot is really worth it, especially with all the new items the mod adds. This was always my favourite Nether biome, and the add-on has just made it even better. Although maybe slightly less mob spawners would have been nice. Third, we've got the new Basalt Delta, which has some of the coolest new structures in the mod, I've got to say. Like this new sword in the stone structure. It's made of the new red obsidian and stone. No mobs are on it, but the top chest holds the most valuable loot. So if you can make it up there, it's a pretty easy to grab set of loot. We've got basalt on the top of the biome to make it look a lot more rocky as well, which I really like. I like these new lava blocks you can walk on as well, but they sink really quickly after you step on them. So if you've got to walk on them, be quick. Deep on the lava lakes, we have a new plasma geode as well we can mine to gather some unique new items, as well as some new crops like spices growing around the lava. It really stands out and makes lava lakes a lot less samey, I've got to say. Fourth, we've got the new soul sand biome, which is deadlier than ever. The new structures are really nice and they help make it less of a boring pile of sand everywhere. The loot again is really good, but the biome now spawns wither skeletons as well as normal skeletons. And each structure has so many skeleton mob spawners, it's a very easy place to die. Especially when we're dealing with bedrock skeletons. We've got new ghost blocks, which really give it that foggy look, but you've got to be careful of them as you will fall right through them if you walk on them. We've got huge obsidian floors, so if you ever wanted to make a home of obsidian, this is a place to come and mine. It's here that I found a fun new mini-boss, the Ghast Balloon, from the Minecraft movie. It's not too tough to take down with a bow, but it's a really fun new fight. Some cool sights like the new buildings made of giant bones, and there's new types of nether fortresses. In each biome they look different, so in this one we've got a white quartz look to them. We'll also find new tameable skeleton dogs, just feed them a bone, and you'll have some much needed help in the fights here. In some of the chests, you'll find the new weapons, like there's the battle axe, which does more damage than swords, but it weakens you for a few seconds after every hit, so you've really got to time your hits with this. Also, we've got some throwable weapons, like with these new cool shuriken type things that stick into the ground, and we've got new types of quartz with their own geodes, and some really tough new piglin outposts. Overall, it's definitely one of the hardest new areas, but the mod maker's done a great job turning a pretty boring sand valley into something a lot more interesting. Last but definitely not least, we have the new Nether Wastes, which have spikes grown from the ground of all different types. New plants and structures like the others. We have a pale quartz geode, and we've got netherrack and ores appearing at the top of the biome. This is one of the places you can find the new ruby ores as well, which we can use to craft new ruby armour and tools, which are on the same level, just as good as netherite tools. There's also some new evoker type mobs. They summon a poison fog around them, so I'd recommend taking them out as quick as you can, because it does a lot of damage. There's a new piglin mine shaft, absolutely filled with piglins, but it does have some of the best loot in the game. It's high risk, but very high reward, and a lot of fun trying to fight to the top. There's also a cool new structure right at the top of the biome. It's got loads of ancient debris for netherite armour and potions, and it takes you right to the bedrock nether roof if you want as well. There's plenty to do in the nether with this add-on, but there's one final challenge it has for us as well. In the Soul Sand Valley, you'll find a new building. Inside it is the Soul Forge, which we will use to craft most of the new items in the mod. One of these items is the new Tempered Forge block. When you cover this block in lava, it will summon the new boss, the Pyrogen. He's really tough. You're going to want a lot of arrows and a lot of fire resistance potions. Without that, I don't see how he's beatable. If you do manage to beat him though, he drops a special template which lets us craft the Pyron armour and tools. These tools are unbreakable and they give permanent fire resistance, and they're just as strong as netherite. Oh, also, don't summon him in the soul sand biome or he gets very angry. So expect to die really quickly here. He's a fun fight though, but not an easy one. There's even more new items and armours though. Honestly, we've only just scratched the surface. We've got emerald armour, ruby armour, brimstone armour, obsidian tools and armour, and of course pyro armour. The mod's done a great job of making the nether even more fun and deadly than it already is. I think some buildings could lower the mob spawns a bit, but I would definitely recommend the add-on. If you want to spice up your next playthrough in the nether, definitely worth trying. That's all for this week though guys. Thanks again for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.